I'm really interested in early childhood education because I think it's, particularly in sociology, vastly understudied in terms of understanding how social inequality manifests itself in early childhood. I actually spent a couple years in kindergarten and first grade classrooms. Regardless of the race of teacher, in my study I found that teachers sort of discipline the black boys and the white boys differently. One of the things I found was surveillance, the use of surveillance for black kids in comparison to white kids, how teachers would watch more closely particular kids while sort of ignoring or kind of being indifferent to white kids. They took a more authoritarian approach to discipline with the black boys in the study, so being very harsh with their interactions with them, the tone of voice, or being more using yelling more with the black boys in the study. These sort of early childhood experiences kind of set the foundations for students' trajectories, not just in adolescence, but going into young adulthood and even adulthood. As far as race and gender, I often think about inequality as being intersectional. So not just how race and racism impact people's lives, but also how that experience is gendered. My very first paper I published focusing on black girls and how teachers' perceptions of them in kindergarten, perceptions of their problem behavior, perceptions of student-teacher conflict, how they compare to non-black girls, as well as how they compare to boys of all racial ethnic groups. And what I found there was teachers perceive black girls and white boys very similarly. If we think beyond early childhood, part of it really mirrors something interesting when we look at mass incarceration. If you look at the rates for sort of white males in comparison to black women, it's very similar in that it's about 1 in 18 black women experience incarceration compared to 1 in 17. I think this research really relates to sort of broader patterns of what we call intersectionality, the intersectionality of how race and gender kind of combine to affect the lives of children and adults as well. Notre Dame is ideal for the type of research I do. Being very concerned with social justice is part of sort of that Catholic social tradition. The discussions with the students have been amazing. You have a lot of students very concerned, again, with sort of social justice, thinking about racial justice in society and what's going on in our contemporary moment. Not just understanding the social problems that impact society, but also sort of thinking through solutions and what we can do to create a more just and equitable society.